What's up, Tactical Pandas? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, got this Jetbeam headlamp, and it's nearly 1,000 lumens. It's the SST40 N5 LED. The model number for the headlamp is HR30, and it's an 18650 battery, or you can use a 2700 or two CR123As if you have a lot of other tactical lights. That's a very common one, and it just looks crazy. The headlamp to me is just so brilliant because it's so simple, and yet, it frees up your hand. And man, it's like, I don't know, why would you even have a regular flashlight anymore? So what you can see here is this is USB-C cord, so it's USB-C rechargeable, which is awesome. Clip here looks like stainless steel, and it's raw stainless steel, looks like. Oh, we've got a couple of O-rings here. We've got a nice solid stainless steel. Man, this thing is stiff. So that should clip on, and that's because it looks like you could use this thing as a flashlight. Now, that's my whole point, is that, you get the best of both worlds with these kinds of things. But let's just focus right now on the whole headlamp contraption here. So you can see we have a really nice, and this is a really solid polymer plate here. We've got a couple of, loops on the end here where it's holding it in. And if I kind of show you, I can rotate this thing in there, and you can hear the clicking. It's got some really distinct notches in there, but you can see it's nice and curved. The webbing of the stretchy material on the headband actually goes on the inside, so you'll have cloth against your head if you're doing that. And then you can see here, if I put it out here, what we have is a really wide headband, so you can adjust this. You've got another clip here, so you could, you'll probably want to put all this together, kind of pull that through there. We've got this all attached now, so I can adjust it here to however large or small I need it. In my case, I need a lot of space because my head is ginormous. Then we've got the top strap here. Because it's not attached here, we would loop it around here and then use this to kind of circle back and attach these two pieces. So we have a top loop and the round loop, and again, all fully adjustable with these right there and up here as well. Okay, so now we've got it set up so I can put this on my head. And what we have here, oh, look at that. The flashlight's magnetic, and I'm assuming the flashlight is, but you can rotate it. You can see how it is. I mean, it fits in my hand. This thing is really small. For 950 lumens, it's pretty impressive. And what I will tell you is this thing has weight. It has, it's pretty small, but it's got some really distinct density. I mean, it feels incredibly well put together. You can see a little silicone button here. We've got the reflector in there with the LED element, and we have two caps on here. I'm going to remove these, and you can feel how much resistance there is to get past those O-rings. So I'm sure very, very watertight. So I'm going to pull that off. You need to take that cap off to kind of demonstrate how the sucker can be a flashlight too. So let me unscrew this side, and there we have access to the battery. And it does have a little plastic cap on it, which was preventing it from staying on. 18650 lithium-ion battery, which is great that this thing is included as well. You can see that these loops are somewhat flexible. They're a flexible plastic, and I'm just going to kind of undo it here because I'm going to show you that with the two caps off, I can basically get this out of the headlamp housing, right? And it's not the quickest or the easiest thing to do. It's not like a super convertible, but I actually like the fact that it's not that easy because it's going to not fall out of here. Sometimes these convertible headlamp flashlight deals are not the easiest thing to do. And what you can see here too is the detent, the little tab here is what falls into these fins, and that's where you can lock it into place, 160-degree angle. Different rotation. The other thing is when I get this tail cap off right there, you can see the USB-C charging port. So you would just unscrew the tail cap, you can plug it in there, charge up the lithium-ion battery, screw it back down. You'll never have that exposed to the elements, nice and waterproof. The other thing is now you can take this clip when you've got this off here and throw it on here. Now I will say you will not want it on here while you try to put it back into the headlamp, because now what this clip is doing is it's covering this up. So you've got to really determine whether you want it as a headlamp or as a flashlight. And as a flashlight, you're going to kind of hold it like this or like this a little bit because of kind of its periscope orientation. So let me get the battery back in here, and I'm going to put it shows the battery orientation. So I'm going to tighten that down, and I'm going to take the other tail cap covering the charging port and screw this back down. If I hold it down, it comes on. It's in the instructions, it says to hold it down for half a second. Then if I tap it, we're going to go through, wow, that sucker's bright. Go through the different modes. This is the red light mode, and as you can see, the white LED, the element is off, so we get kind of red map mode, not good for night vision. And then if I tap it again, we get the LED element on, which is great. And then if I tap it again, it's going to go through the power cycles, or the brightness cycles, all the way up to the top one, which is going to be 950 lumens. I can actually feel some of the light coming off that sucker when I scroll all the way up. You can see here, man, this sucker is really bright. Red, low, medium, high, highest, and back down. And then to turn it off, hold it down for half a second. Now the question is, how does it work outside? Let's go try it. Okay guys, out here in the pitch black, and I've got my Jetbeam on my head, and I'm just going to hit the button here, see if we can turn it on for a second. Oh, I guess I'm in the flashing mode here. Forgot that I got to hold it down. And what I want to show you here is I'm in that red, those two little LED elements, the red mode here. And man, this works great. This would be great for manipulating things without losing your night vision in a tent, in a campsite, reading a map. You're not disturbing the wildlife. You know, it doesn't illuminate a lot, and in fact I can see the ground here in front of me fine. You might not be able to see it that much, but even when I'm, you know, further away from it, I can see the ground, and I can kind of avoid the plants or whatnot with the red light on. So this is really, really awesome. I actually really like that. So if I just go ahead and tap it again here, we go to what I think we would call the lowest mode, the firefly-ish mode, but you can see here, hopefully, in front of me, that this is illuminating things no problem. This would be perfect for hiking or walking speed, and kind of keeping the impact to the environment and the people around you at a minimum. And if I tap it again, man, holy smokes, it starts getting really bright. This is, you know, powerful. 10 yards out there, it's illuminating a lot. You know, if I were walking with a group of people and I were in the back, this would be plenty of light for everyone to see what they're doing. In fact, that row of trees out there, which it's probably a little hard to see, is getting illuminated by this light, even on this mode. So if I tap it one more time here, now we're getting really bright. I don't know how well it's going to come across on video, but man, that row of trees out there, and you know, remember, this is a headlamp. That's what kind of kills me. And here is the brightest setting, and I am really spotlighting those trees out there. Man, this is freaking amazing. And you know, it's a headlamp at the 1,000 lumen range. You know, I'm always impressed with, you know, flashlights that are at 1,000 lumens, but at 950 lumens as a headlamp, this thing is great. It feels comfortable. It does not wear really heavy, and I love the fact that in a pinch I could take it out of its headlamp bracket and use it as a flashlight. I just don't know that I would ever need to, but it's kind of nice that it has that capability if I wanted to shed some of the bulk on it. And I love that the fact that it's also kind of future-proofed by using that USB-C cord to power it up, to recharge it. That just kind of makes it really usable moving forward, especially as micro USB kind of starts disappearing a little bit. But I will tell you that one of the things, holy smokes, I totally forgot that there was another mode. I'm not even counting them. That whole tree line, I don't know if you can see it, that is so lit up. Man, you could, it is literally like a car headlight to me. I mean, it's brighter with a wider pattern. I mean, look at this, I've got bugs coming at me because they are totally, I don't know if you can see them, totally attracted to this light. That is absolute proof. If I hit it again here, I want to show you the red light, and this is what sold me, you know, the future proofing on the USB-C, but then also this red light, which is really, really unique in a headlamp to have that for kind of manipulating at night and keeping that night vision. Man, this is something you don't see on a lot of flashlights or in a lot of headlamps, and this is like really sets it apart. So I really love it. Check it out. I'll put a link to this Jetbeam in the description below if you want to pick one up. Peter von Panda out.